Hello and welcome back to War Sales. If you want to check out the DLC, there is a link in the description. It's almost out. There's only one more day, maybe 1 or 2 more days, depending on when you watch this, obviously, until it releases. And I hope you're gonna join me. Oh yeah, this is gonna be very, very good. We're gonna also be declaring war against the Vlandians. Maybe you don't want to do that straight away. You don't want to do that straight away in your playthrough, but we are going to be doing this for a very specific reason. I want to take this town right next to us, nearby, and that is going to be the biggest goal that we have right now. Unfortunately, we don't have the clan tier that it actually enables us to, do the thing that we need to do, which is to create our own faction. We don't have the ability to do that, but we are going to see if we can maybe just defeat this guy and then see where we go from there. Because what we can do, and this is what's really, really cool about having, this is a suggestion from some people in the comments, by the way, so thanks very much for that, because I was kind of thinking, okay, I'll just stick around here, in Azerai territory, kind of in Western Empire territory. I'll just try and do as much damage as possible to a number of vassals and convoys and things like that, try to grind up my renown. But then I thought to myself, you know what? Actually, you're correct. It's a much better idea to wage war against someone like this, where we can actually then prosper in a different way. There is a very, very different method to prospering here, because what we can do is we can try to capture the town. And if we can capture the town, well, then things are going to work very, very nicely for us. I'm going to try and do some damage with this. Oh, wow. Okay, I'm actually pretty good with this. What's going on with that? I'm not usually very good with these kinds of things. Oh, that damage. Wow, that damage. That is hilarious and so fun. Okay, that was really nice. Okay, well, whatever the case. Yeah, I actually gave my new axe to one of my companions. Apparently, according to some people. And so what I'm going to do is, once we are out of here, I will be attempting to retrieve it as fast as I can. Because that's it's not very good for someone else to have it, is it? Considering I literally said, oh yes, I really need to make sure that I have good damage, don't I? Yes, that's probably going to be somewhat useful. Oh, nice damage. Okay, can we get onto the ship here? Actually, you know what? Let's tell my forces to charge in. Not sure if that's going to really help us, but hopefully it will. I'm going to jump from... Oh, no. Can I actually jump from here? No, I can't. Oh, yeah, no, I might be able to, actually. I might be able to. Oh, nice damage, Nord Berserker. Nice damage. Okay, good work, sir. Wow, we've got loads of people. Loads of people in the water there. I'm actually not entirely sure if they're ours or someone else's. It's probably going to be a good idea for me to jump in there, to be honest. And actually, yeah, you know what? Let's do it. I'm gonna jump in. I'm gonna jump in, and we're gonna just swim over here real fast. I'm actually not entirely sure. I think this is me, isn't it? I think these are my... Oh, no, these are Vlandians. Oh, this is bad. I probably shouldn't have done this. Yes. Now, I'm gonna just go like so. And let's try not to get absolutely murdered between the two ships. I actually don't know whether that's even possible, to be honest. But I'm thinking what we'll try to do is we'll try to go up the other side. Ah, yeah. Here we go. We're gonna go on this side right here. And we're going to try to kill the archers. I think that's going to be the best course of action for us, because archers are much easier for us to deal with than the sergeants or whatever we had to, potentially deal with there on the other side. And we'll just try to do some damage here. Come on now, get him. Okay, I need to make sure that we don't take too much damage here either. Unfortunately, sometimes that's just not possible. Sometimes I'm just not good enough. I'm just not good enough to avoid that damage. Yes, take him down. If we can just take this guy down as well without getting shot in the face multiple times, then I will be very pleased. There we go. Okay, thanks. Nice. And there we go. Okay, and we have one more person here. Is this me? No, that's someone else. Okay. I have no idea. Sometimes I cannot tell for the life of me who's who. But there you go. There's the victory. I'm actually quite surprised that my ship is all the way... Why is my ship all the way over there? That is hilarious. Okay, well, whatever the case, we did get 8.5, actually pretty decent amounts of renown. Not bad, if I do say so myself. And I am actually going to be taking this guy prisoner. I could obviously execute him, but I'm going to take him prisoner. And we do, remember, we do need to we do need to marry someone. We do need to marry someone. So I am thinking that maybe we have enough money now. I'm not entirely sure how much money we had before when we tried. I think we had about, what was it? Well, I think we had 70,000 or something like that. So I highly doubt we have enough right now. I think we need about 200,000 or something like that, I'd assume. Gonna take all of these, even though I'm probably unlikely to be able to sell them in any way. Yeah, as you can see right here, I would need to travel all the way over to Caer Seth, which is pretty far, to be honest. I don't know. Do you think I can make it? I kind of want to, because I kind of feel like we need more troops. You know what? I'm going to go over there and we'll come back. All right, so we made it, and we're just going to sell all of this stuff. Look at this. We could literally sell this for 4,300. Really, really nice. They don't really have anything super amazing in terms of cargo capacity. That's what I'm mostly looking for right now, because obviously I already have... this guy's actually not too bad. As you can see, my NAR has a 3,000 cargo capacity. That's the only reason why I have this ship, by the way. Obviously, I'm not taking it into combat, but that's the only reason, because I'm trying to maximize our cargo as much as possible, and obviously if I don't take it into battle, we don't need to actually have crew on it or anything like that. So I am actually going to sell the trade cog, I think. Should I? It's about the same, to be honest. I don't know. I'm not sure what's better. I mean, this is a light one in comparison to a medium, but it does have... I mean, it's got less weight and everything. The seaworthiness is basically about the same. Yeah, I think I don't know, I'm just going to sell it. I'm just going to sell it for now, and we'll see what happens. I don't know, maybe it's bad for me to do that, but I think it's fine. Alright, so before we do anything at the town here, you can see that we're currently using this axe, which is a Masterwork Veteran Warrior axe, and then this axe right here, which is a rectangular bitted axe, which is kind of the same. Yeah, the weapon reach is the only thing that's different, but I think what we're going to do is we will swap them around, even though they are having the same damage. Or about the same damage, at the very least. But yeah, it's not as bad as I thought, to be honest. The two axes are relatively similar, with the exception of the reach, of course. So that's not terribly awful. Anyway... yeah, we are now here. We've returned back to the town, and what we are going to do is we're going to try and besiege it from the ocean. I don't think that's... No. As you can see, the settlement is hostile to you, and you will not be allowed to dock at the port. Unfortunately, it doesn't look as though I am actually able to do a siege from the water, which is a little bit weird, because I actually did think that you were able to blockade towns. But you can see that that doesn't seem to be the case. I guess what we could do is we could try to attack the armed convoy here. I guess that kind of makes sense. Because if we attack the armed convoy, maybe they're going to have less food? That might be... I mean, we could pseudo-blockade it, I guess, you know, rather than, you know, actually... Oh, hello. Wait a minute. Hello there. We have Berrican. Berrican, come back here, sir. I will attack you. Yes, we'll see if we can actually take him down. I am taking a little bit of damage to my cargo ship, but that's not too bad. As long as I can catch up with this guy, that should be absolutely fine. But yeah, I'm a little bit disappointed that we can't actually besiege from the ocean here, but it could very well be that maybe I'm missing something. Maybe there is something that I'm not doing or whatever, because as far as I remember... I think you are able to blockade stuff. Like I said, I feel like initially in the features that Tailwoods actually mentioned about the DLC very early on, they said that you could blockade towns and stuff like that. Not sure if it's supposed to be like a formal blockade, like I said, or more of a pseudo one where you can just do it yourself, and if a convoy comes up to you, you can then attack them, and you could try to prevent them from, you know, benefiting the town in any way. So that could possibly be what they were talking about, what they were referring to there, which would make sense, because obviously economic damage that you can do in those situations is actually really quite staggering. It's actually really, really very, very effective. It can be very effective. Eliminating caravans, villages, things like that, you can dramatically reduce the food supplies and various other things that the town is going to have. Obviously, it would be very, very nice if we could create another another ship. You know, I feel like I should probably just make Mr. Ironbelly into a party. Just give him a bunch of troops and then just send him off somewhere. Because the thing is, right now, I am unable to actually do anything in regards to creating an army. I can't actually create an army right now because creating an army requires a wow, okay, that's actually kind of hilarious. Creating an army requires to be a part of a faction, or something like that. So you are going to have a bit of a problem with that. Yeah, you know, if you're the same clan tier that I am, of course. Yeah, we're gonna have to try to board some of these things. Funnily enough, the ballista was amazing, as you saw right there. The ballista was once again very, very effective. I'm gonna jump. Okay, no, that didn't really do much. Okay, I was kind of hoping to make it over there, but unfortunately we didn't. So we're just gonna go the old-fashioned way and just go around the side here like so. There we go. Hello there, sir. You will not know what has befallen you. No, he's dead. Okay. Yes, that's fantastic. I was too quick. I was too quick even for the trash talk right there. All right. Nice. Nice. Yes. Need more of this. Need more of that. Can we destroy this guy's shield, or is his shield absolutely made of adamantium? It feels like that. What is this? Or vibranium? I don't know. Either one. But yeah, it's pretty crazy. Okay, there we go. Nice. Okay, now we can deal with this. Not too much of a problem. Not too much of a problem. And I believe that's it. Yeah. Okay. Now we can go on to the other side. And I'm literally just going to jump off the side here as well and just do it the other way. The other way around sounds like a pretty good idea. And now we can do... Yes, here we go. My athletics skill is leveling like nothing else. And I am also going to be leveling up my mariner skill, my one-handed skill. I mean, really, this is probably the fastest I've ever seen 3 skills level up at once, because usually it's just 2. Usually you're just going to have 2 things leveling up. You're going to have, you know, two-handed, athletics, riding, you know, any of these things. They're always going to level up together. You know, there's always going to be 1 combat skill, 1 movement skill, and that's pretty much it. Whereas now that we have that additional mariner skill, we're always going to be getting 3, technically. If you're going to be fighting on the ocean waves, you're always going to get 3 in some way or another, which I gotta say, I actually really, really like. Unfortunately, these guys are super, super defensive for me right now, so they are making things very uncomfortable, and they're making it very annoying, actually, to deal with them, but hopefully, yes, there we go. Now we can start dealing some damage. Wow, I'm actually surprised that that Vlandian crossbowman was so difficult for us to deal with, but I guess this is indeed a vassal. And this is the first time that we're getting an opportunity to really fight a proper-sized vassal in a naval battle, and it just goes to show how much more powerful our forces are in comparison to the Vlandian troops. And you can see that very, very clearly here, because, I mean, just see what's happening right now. We're just absolutely murdering these guys without a thought. Without a thought. We are just completely destroying them in every single way. And indeed, if I can get a couple more kills, just a handful more kills, then I will be very, very pleased, because that means... Oh, you know what that means? That means I'll have 225 in athletics, and I'll be very pleased to see that. Okay, here we go. I want to kill this guy. Yep, nice. That was a Nord marksman. And we can maybe deal with this one as well, or apparently not. Nice. Okay. Whoa. Need to kill that guy. He's a sergeant. Vlandian sergeant gives me a lot of experience. Come on now. Get him. Yes, there we are. That's what we like. And now I can just deal with the rest of these guys. Are my forces actually doing much? I should tell them to charge, shouldn't I? Yeah, it's really funny, actually. I kind of get a bit carried away when I'm fighting in naval battles, just because it is so fun. I'm not sure why. Why is it so fun? I think I know the reason. It's because it reminds me of a miniature siege. It's kind of like a miniature siege that doesn't take as long and isn't as dangerous, but it still provides you with that satisfaction when you're actually able to get into those battles and actually get up close and personal with the opponent. And it really, really makes a huge difference to how much fun you're going to have. And generally, yeah, I really like that. Anyway, what we're going to do is I'm not going to take anything too specific here. I'm just going to be taking tier 4s, and that's it. I'm only going to take tier 4s. and that's all I'm going to do. I don't think I'm going to be transferring any of these people or converting any of these people to my side. I don't think that's going to really work too well for us at the moment. I could potentially... Lordly Leather Round Shield. That's actually not too bad. I think that might be kind of good. Yeah, it's slightly larger than what I was using beforehand, so I quite like that. We're also going to give the old one to our one of our companions here, and Ryland has nothing, as you can see. So we are actually going to have to give him some decent-ish gear. So let's give him one of these. Is he actually good at polearms? I don't really think he is. Is he? No, he's not good at polearms. He is good at thrown weapons, though. He is good at thrown weapons. Unfortunately, I don't have anything that he can really wear right now, so it's going to be... he's not going to be so pleased about that, but, I can't really do anything about it just yet. Hopefully, we will be able to soon enough. Now, the only thing that we can really do here is we can try, if we can... It's going to be a little bit risky and very, very difficult to make it work. But we can try to lay siege here. We can try to lay siege. It is going to be extremely difficult for us to make that work. And I don't know whether it's even going to be possible, because if a vassal turns up and decides to engage upon us, we will have to deal with the garrison at the same time. So we're going to have a very, very big issue on our hands there, unless we... I mean, what else can we do? I mean, there isn't much that I can do here apart from raid the villages in and around the area. I could do that, but that is... yeah, as you can see, there is another vassal right here. So we actually need to deal with these guys. Oh, there's actually a whole bunch. Okay, I have so many ships right now, though. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to go to Caravan Seth. I'm going to get rid of these. I'm going to have to get rid of these guys pretty quickly. And I think what I might actually try to do while I'm on land, I might try to find a spouse real fast. Oh, here we go. Here we go. All right. This is actually going to be super fun because this provides us with a great way to further test how the Nord troops are going to react in a pure land battle. And this is obviously going to be, as I say, completely without any ship interference or anything like that. So we'll give it a go, shall we? We'll give it a go. And this is going to be basically them just playing very, very default. I'm going to leave them on fire at will, and we're going to see how it is when I'm being a little bit less micromanagey, because I was micromanaging them a huge amount beforehand when we were in a battle. So I'm kind of happy to try that out. I really don't like how dark this is, to be honest. I might try to make it a little bit brighter if I remember to do that, because I am absolutely 100% forgetful about these kinds of things. So generally... Ooh, that was a nice kill right there. Okay, not too bad. Anyway, I'll try to make it a little bit brighter in editing so that you can actually see stuff. If yeah, I think it is actually kind of difficult to see, so I will try to make it brighter. And now that I've mentioned it 3 times, I'm going to forget for sure, 100%. Hopefully it is visible at the very least. I was kind of hoping we'd be fighting in the snow, because then snow would make it a little bit easier for us to see. But no, that is not happening. Okay, let's put them into shield wall, because we do have tight formations, so might as well make good use of it. And we might as well go and engage the enemy infantry. And the archers are going to be a bit of a pain. My horse is very slow. I think it's probably because we are indeed fighting in the snow. I think it is counted as snow, even if it doesn't kind of technically show you that it's snow. And I am taking massive damage from these guys as well. I can barely see myself, so yeah, it's probably a good idea that I increase the brightness slightly. So yeah, it's going to be a little bit difficult here. I'm not sure how this is going to go, obviously, because, oh dear, we're actually... Oh, yeah, these guys actually do seem pretty damaging, and might be kind of difficult for us across the board here. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, okay, okay. We might have a problem. Oh no, I wish I could see better. I wish I could see. Okay, should I tell my people to just charge? Just tell them to charge, to be honest. I feel like they're not being as aggressive as they could be, and I feel like we're actually just losing just for the pure sake that we're just not attacking them. We are just letting them do whatever they want, and I think that's actually forcing a lot of death through the gates of Valhalla, as it were. So yeah, probably not a good idea. Let me see. Yeah, this is... These enemies are extremely difficult to see against the dark background. I don't know, maybe that's just me. I have pretty terrible low light vision, so it's going to be... oh, dearie me. Yeah, that's probably the main reason. Obviously, I don't have a polearm either, which would make a huge difference in this case. But I think we're okay. I mean, we've lost 7 people, which I think is alright. I don't think that's too bad, considering we are up against 2 enemy vassals at once. And we do seem to have actually won this relatively well. And you can see that they do have quite a few relatively decent troops. I'm not sure if we could really consider them that good, but maybe I should take a look at some of what these guys actually have, because they have, what, 1 elite cataphract. We already eliminated that guy pretty quickly and pretty easily in the early stages of the battle. And then they have a lot of these Triari guys, which I thought were minor faction troops. But maybe that's just wrong. I don't know. Maybe that's wrong of me to assume that. And for some reason, I cannot hit this guy. Axes. Yes, axes and their short reach. There we go. Okay, finally took him down. 223 in one-handed skill as well. Not bad. I'd like to get to 225 if at all possible, because I think that would actually provide us with unwavering defense. I think that would actually give us unwavering defense, which is amazing. And probably would be an amazing boon for us. That would provide us with, I think it's 10 HP to all of our troops, which would be incredible survivability increase. I think we're done. I think we're done, aren't we? Yeah, this guy. Oh, that was embarrassing for that guy. Yeah, that's the kind of thing that happens to me all the time, getting hit in the face by a thrown weapon. Look at that, 13 renown, very, very nice. We can obviously take these guys prisoner if we want to, and indeed we can take these guys as well. And I think I will do that because that's going to get me roguery skill. So I'm kind of looking forward to that too, because I do still want to get roguery as much as possible. Oh, hello. Okay, we're getting some really, really nice gear here. This is absolutely fantastic. Look at this. We've even got some of these. Ah, look at that. We've got a thrown weapon as well from Mr. Ironbelly. There we go. You can get that, sir. I'm going to give him all of this new stuff as well, because let's face it, he needs it. Let's give him this. Let's give him a new shield, even though he probably doesn't need that, to be honest. New gloves. Very nice. Decreased morale shock. Might as well give him that too. And indeed, we are now done with him. All right. Okay, so is there anything else? Ooh, nice. New horse. Yes, give me that new horse. Thank you very much. Okay. And do we have anyone else that needs new boots? Let's actually have a look here. Everyone else is wearing boots that are pretty good, apart from Ifka. She's obviously just joined us, so that's the point. She's obviously just joined us. Otherwise, Ryland, wait a minute. I have another harpoon? Did I actually miss that? Apparently, I missed that. Anyway, we're just going to loot everything. And yeah, we are very, very close to a town. So yeah, this is where we currently are. I literally saw these vassals just kind of milling about here, and I thought, yes, this is fantastic. I am going to speak to that guy over there. Actually, wait a minute. Maybe I'll speak to that guy over there. I'm actually not entirely sure just yet, because I'm thinking, who can I get as a spouse? Because we're kind of hoping to get someone that's going to be exceptionally good. Just so that we can improve our chances of getting some really, really good children. Obviously, because we're playing with fast mode right now, it is indeed making things a little bit more important. You're going to need to make, inroads with families and marriage and having children relatively quickly. So very much looking for that quite fast here. Let me just get rid of this, get rid of that. Anything else here that I want to get rid of? Not really. Even though I am actually running around with 96 days worth. Okay, yeah, I think I can probably lose. Quite a few of this. There we go. Thanks very much. Okay, that's 13,000. Okay, so what we want to do is we are going to... wait a minute. One of your Nord Shield companions had some drinks with the Arena Master in Grytjotsfjord. I have no idea how to say that, but yes. I butchered it. I'm sorry. And left the tavern with a job offer. Work as a trainer and occasional combatant. The signing bonus is generous. He is reluctant to leave you, and you'd be reluctant to lose a valuable soldier, but he'd be in a fine position to sing your praises. All right, so what do we do? Oh, we get 10 renown for this. That's actually pretty nice. Okay, yes. I will, give him, I'm going to give him our blessing and encourage him to bore everyone to tears with his old war stories. That sounds good to me. Yes, there we go. So we now have 272 renown. We do need 350 to get to the next clan tier, which I personally feel is pretty decent. I don't think that's... I think we're gaining renown quite nicely, and we don't even have famous commander, which reminds me, I should probably spec into leadership at some point, shouldn't I? Okay, I'd like to propose an alliance. My own hand. Yes. Agrinya. Okay, let's have a look. Yes! There we go! It's working! Okay, let's do it. 76,000. Boom. Okay, on the 6th day of winter. Nice. Okay, Agrinya is now our spouse. I have no idea who she is or what she's all about. But there you go. Okay. That's the reason why I wanted to find a clan leader, you see. Because I don't know whether you know this, but generally, marriage in Bannerlord either comes down to one of two things. Either you do the persuasion conversation minigame if you have a decent amount of charm skill, which I don't really have. And for some reason, I'm... How do I have 3 focus points? Did I literally level up that fast? Okay. I'm very surprised. I'm very surprised about that. Okay. Yeah, well, anyway, either you do the persuasion minigame with the lady in question, or lord in question, dependent on which gender of character you're playing, obviously, and then you have to go through a number of different conversations. So you have to go through, I think, 2 conversations, and then I think she or he is just like, yeah, okay, fine, we'll do that. Or you go to the clan leader, and then you basically just pay a sum, and then it just gives you a random selection of person, as you saw right there. Agrinya is our random selection, and she is now our spouse because we paid the money, and that's basically what it comes down to. So pretty cool in my opinion. I think that's pretty cool at least. Let's go for some vigor here because I am obviously going to be leveling up my one-handed a little bit more, and we don't have unwavering defense yet. Almost there. We're going to be going for fleet of foot in my opinion. Are we fleet? Yeah. We'll go for fleet of foot. I think that's way too strong for us not to do that. And we're probably going to be getting melee damage dealt by character when fighting on other ships. Yes. And I have one attribute point to spend and 3 focus points to spend, which is actually pretty crazy. Let's go for the last point in endurance here. And we could go for 1 more point at roguery. I need leadership, though. I actually really badly need leadership, and I should have been leveling this the entire time, by the way. And that this has been a very, very big mistake on my part. What I should have done was put at least 1 to 2 points in leadership a little bit earlier, instead of having... I mean, charm skill is actually pretty good, and personally, I feel like charm skill can help you a great deal. But I feel like maybe it would have been a better idea to just put those points into leadership instead. I think I'm going to put 2 points in leadership actually right now. And I think I don't need medicine skill anymore. I do need engineering. This is the problem with not having companions that can actually do your engineering and helping you out in that regard. I don't really need writing skill that much. Two-handed would actually be kind of fun eventually. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take two-handed skill, because this is obviously... Here's the thing. I do want to get to prestige. Prestige is an amazing perk at 250 one-handed skill. We're going to be able to do that very, very easily. And then once I have that, we get an additional plus 15 to party limit, which is the same as a clan tier level up, as far as I'm aware, if I'm correct about that. If you have a look here. Oh, it actually, no, this gives you 25. Okay, so that's pretty cool. Anyway, Agrinya is right here. She has amazing skills. Yes. Okay, I am so pleased. All right, very, very pleased. Let's get her. It's going to take her 1 day to get here. Wow, I am so incredibly lucky. That was very, very lucky. I was kind of thinking to myself, are we actually going to get lucky here? Or are we going to get a lady that has no combat skills? Because that's happened to me many, many times in the past, where I've been like, oh, yes, I will pay the fee. Just marry us straight away, sir. And then we've married the woman, and then it turns out she has 80 in steward, and that's it. Yes. That has happened many, many times, but it's okay. We don't have to worry about that too much anymore, because we're actually going to be doing very, very nicely here. Just going to get some Nord younglings, I guess. And yeah, we're just gonna wait here, I guess. We'll just wait here for a little bit of time, as she is going to. There we go. She's going to arrive anytime there, and she does have engineering skill. Yes, she has 95 engineering skill, and I think that she's probably going to be our engineer going forward. And indeed, we are now going to be sailing on the ocean waves. Do I have any ships to get rid of? No. Okay, we'll sail on the ocean waves, and we are going to go all the way back. It is going to take us a little bit of time to get there, unfortunately. Sea Raiders, I don't really want to fight anything if I can help it. I'd like to try and see if we can maybe just... I kind of want to take this. But it's going to be very, very difficult because there are basically no towns nearby. I mean, literally, Caravan-Seth is the only town nearby, and it is extremely difficult for me to go over there. I literally only went over here because I was wanting to try and see if we could find a spouse. And indeed, look at it. We found one. And it's working very, very nicely for us, or at least I hope so. Otherwise, let's see what the situation is like once we get back over to the town. Hopefully, there will be minimal vassals, or we're just going to have to capture them all. Ah, it's our good old friend Barracan again. Yes, so I did actually attempt to besiege this just now, and he appeared almost instantaneously. I'm actually kind of surprised that he was able to react that fast, but yes, he arrived very quickly, and he basically made it his mission to stop us from besieging that, because you know what's going to happen. As soon as we go in there, he is going to then launch an attack with the garrison, and he's going to get both the garrison and himself and his forces in there, and completely stop us from, you know, executing our plan. Unfortunately, that does seem to be the case. However, now that we are indeed married and we have a spouse, we might be able to start executing people. I know. It might be the only way that we can really progress here, because if we can thin out the vassals a little bit in Vlandia, we might have an opportunity to do something really, really fun. So I'm going to see whether we can maybe make that work. Ooh, first time I actually missed really, really badly right there. Okay. Okay, hit the front there. Not so good, but that's okay. Not a problem. We're doing some damage at least. Wow, big miss. Oh, ineffective ram? Really? Well, have that... Oh. I was like, yeah, well, have that then. And I was about to shoot my ballista into their faces, and then they was like, no. Okay, apparently, no, I just completely missed that as well. But that's okay. We could just put someone on that, and they'll have a grand old time. I'm going to actually tell my people to charge in here. And we're going to see if we can maybe we can get the boarding action. Are we not doing the boarding action right now? Oh, nice! What? How did I do that damage? How did I do that damage? It said Borgar killed all those guys. I have no idea how that worked, but apparently it worked somehow. Alright, that's fine. Yeah, let me actually just... Wait a second here. Where's the steering thing? Ah, there it is. Okay, let's attempt boarding on this thing, because apparently we're having some issues attempting the boarding right now. There we go. Okay, they're actually starting to do it now. That is good. Very nice. Yes, let's go. Let's murder them. Murder them all, please. I will be very, very infinitely pleased to get some... Well, I was going to say, I'll be very pleased to get some one-handed skill, because we're actually almost there, but unfortunately, for some reason, fate had other plans and wanted us to fall in. Yeah, I guess that just goes to show that's what happens. Is this guy an enemy? I think he is, right? I can't actually tell who's an enemy right now. This guy's definitely an enemy. Hello. Okay, we're at 225. Nice. We have 225 athletics. We will be getting 225 in one-handed soon as well. In just a moment. Okay, I want to jump off here if I can. Or, yep, there we go. Nice. There we go. This is absolutely perfect. Wonderful. Look at that. Now we have 100% chance, possibly. 100% chance, possibly, to get what I need, which is 225 in one-handed. Or am I just going to get unlucky? No, we're doing okay. We're doing okay. Let me just jump off here. There we go. We are doing very dangerous things by doing this. But I think it's worth it. I think it's worth it. I'm kind of hoping there'll be a netting on the other side here. If there isn't, we might have some issues. Okay, we might have some issues now. We might have some issues, but I think it should be okay. Can I use my weapons from down here? No, I cannot. Okay, yeah, that kind of makes sense. You know, that kind of makes sense generally. Okay, let me see. Come on now, get me up there. Get me up there. Oh, we're almost dying. We're almost dying. There we go. I had to wait for this guy to move. Okay, here we go. Oh, I'm being swarmed again. Oh dear, this is bad. This is bad news. Bad news bears right here. Bad news. Yeah, I think I'm dead. I think I'm dead, friends. Not much for me to do there. I did get the yes, we actually got it. Okay, we got 225 in both of the important skills that I wanted. That's absolutely perfect. That now means, oh yeah, that now means that our forces are actually so much more powerful than they were before. Yeah, and you're going to get to see exactly what I'm talking about. We got another 10,000 gold just from looting. And indeed, we would need Veterans Respect to be able to upgrade these guys into Sturgeon Soldiers or Nords. Obviously, Veterans Respect is a leadership perk as far as I'm aware. And obviously, I didn't really do that. So, yeah, that's not going to be something that I'm really going to be concentrating on right now. But obviously, I think we need 150, don't we? I think we need 150 or something like that, which is just absolutely impossible for us right now. I am not going to be taking these ships. Okay. Now, generally, I would be saying, yes, I will take these ships every single day of the week. But unfortunately, at the moment, because I want to concentrate on the siege, I want to try to take this town, we kind of can't really do that. So I'm going to be, yeah, I'm just going to leave ships behind. Thank you. Yep, I am just going to leave the ships behind. Even though it is very good money, I don't think it's a good idea for us to do that right now. Now, the thing is, as you can see, Dagonik is in here. Dagonik is in here. So this is very, very bad. I think the one... you know what? I think we're going to have to do something a little bit unsavory right now. Did we actually take him prisoner, by the way? No, we didn't. How did he escape? Did he escape, or did we just let him go? Because it feels to me like we let him go, but maybe I'm missing something here or something. I don't know. Anyway, she's actually using an extremely nice sword, as you can see right here. She's also using Nord javelins. Nord javelins do seem very, very nice, as well as a Huskar chest piece. Very, very nice helmet. And her scarf is not looking particularly good, so it would be nice if I could get her a better cloak of some kind. Yeah, that's gonna be that's gonna be something I'll try to do if I can. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna go like so, and we're gonna disembark. I have noticed that the AI does not respect the boat placement, as in basically what happens is if an AI lord wants to go back onto the ocean, they can do that from any location they want. They do not need to return to their fleet. So that's one thing that, for me personally, I would like to I'd like to see that changed. But obviously, I don't think that's going to happen. But I think it would be very, very cool if it would have the same rule set as the player. But I don't think that's going to be changed at any point. But who knows? Maybe it will be. Anyway, unwavering defense, plus 5 hit points, plus 10 hit points to infantry in your party. Absolutely fantastic. And we're also getting strong legs from athletics. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to raid this village. Ah, Dagonik, hello. Do you want to fight? Oh, he does. Okay, I'm actually quite surprised about this. I would have expected him to immediately run into the town, but no, he is actually allowing us to attack. Ah, why is it so dark again? Oh dear. Okay. Let's see what we can do here. I mean, this is probably going to be relatively simple, but again, I mean, I do have a new horse. So this is going to help us a great deal. Alright, so my Huskars have now started to encounter the enemy. I'm going to just tell them to charge once again. I feel like them being a kind of highly aggressive unit somewhat makes sense, because they're able to do so much damage really, really early on. And in general, I think that their armor is light because you kind of want them to move fast. I think that might be the reason why they have such light protection in comparison to other heavy infantry in the game. So I think that might very well be the case, and that might be why we are going to be seeing them die just that much easier, because they are moving quicker on their feet. I don't know. I think that's... I kind of think that's pretty cool. Unfortunately, we are getting outskilled, or shall we say outgeared at the moment by the enemy cavalry. Vlandia is actually a bit difficult to deal with, especially for an infantry-focused party, and indeed, we for some reason, we're always losing 7 people, or around that number, which is, I gotta say, pretty nightmarish, because you then have to deal with recruiting more people, and there we go, nice. We finally took out one of the Vlandian Knights. I feel like what I should do is I should probably lose one of my thrown weapon stacks, and literally just put a you know, the first polearm that I see, just put that on me and just go to town. Just go to town on these cavalry, because it seems like that is a big issue. You know, it seems like we are having a big problem nowadays without any kind of polearm to counter them. And yeah, I mean, you can see here, obviously, I mean, look, that guy got completely destroyed by the Nord Huskarl because he has a spear. Obviously, as I said before, Huskarls can counter so many different people at once. And look at our leadership right here. Look at this leadership. We are leveling up our leadership so extremely fast. It's really nice. And indeed, I could potentially recruit some additional people here. We could try to convert some people to our side. We could try to get the Nords to join us, at least. Shall we try to get the Nords to join us? Yeah, why not? Let's try to get these guys. It's going to take a little bit of time for that to actually happen, unfortunately, but I guess better than nothing, maybe? I don't know, better than nothing, I guess. Anyway, let's level these guys up a little bit. We might want to get some archers, to be honest, as well. Yeah, maybe. Ooh, very nice. Okay, a nice horse. I will definitely be taking that. Thanks very much. And we will otherwise... Okay, there's a Knight Lance right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use that instead of one of the harpoon stacks, and we're going to see if that actually makes a big difference, which I think it probably will. And what we're going to do now is we're going to head on over to one of these villages, and we are literally just going to be attacking. That's it. We're just going to be attacking the grain village specifically, because I think that's the primary source of food from for this town. Obviously, we do have another walrus tusk place, and we have a fish place as well. So the fish is also going to be a big problem. So we are going to have to go over there after this as well. So let's take a hostile action here. Raid the village. Wow, they're actually... they're actually coming to attack us. Okay, I'm going to auto-resolve this, I think. And then we are just going to... I mean, we could take these guys, I guess. I mean, I guess that's fine. Just bear in mind that the only reason why I generally don't like raiding in this situation... I'm actually going to just leave this loot. Yeah, the only reason why I don't like raiding in this situation is because you're actually going to be losing relation with your own village, as it were. Because eventually, if you're able to capture this, this will be your village. And so as a result, you're then going to basically be hurting yourself in the future. That's pretty much how it goes. So that's kind of unfortunate. Anyway, we are getting a huge amount of grain right now. I am going to have to get rid of that pretty quickly, I think. But thankfully, because look at this, we're gaining massive amounts of roguery now as well, which is super good. And I'm kind of hoping that Borgar will get down to a little bit of business with his spouse and actually, you know, do a little bit of procreation, because let's face it, that's kind of what we need, isn't it? That's kind of what we need. Anyway, what I'm going to do after this, there we go, is I am actually going to execute that guy straight away. Oh, hello. Oh, she doesn't like that. Ooh. Okay, that's kind of unfortunate. That's kind of unfortunate. One of our companions does not like that one bit, and she's our medic. That's very harsh. I'm going to be executing this guy, though. Boom, boom. He's out of there. The execution has hurt your relations with 21 clans. And indeed, it appears as though they have actually fixed, or shall we say, one of the most annoying things that, for me personally, was annoying, is that thing that comes up every time you lose relation with a particular clan. And indeed, it doesn't seem to do that anymore. So I very much appreciate that. I really do. That's probably one of my my favorite changes, even though that is such a small change. It's one of those quality of life things that, yeah, just really goes unnoticed most of the time. But anyway, there we go. We've raided that village. Now let's see if I can. I'm gonna have to get rid of some of this. Let me see. Let me see. Yeah, look at this. Massive amounts of grain. Let's just lose a huge amount of it. I still have 80 days worth, as you see there. So we're just going to get rid of that. And we are going to go into a battle against this guy, I assume. Berican again. This guy is this guy's such a pain, isn't he? This guy's such a pain. He literally just comes up and is like, oh yes, I'm here again. He just consistently appears over and over again. He's very, very annoying. So we will have to separate his head from his shoulders. And we will make his head regret ever facing us. Yes. Do you get it? Face? Head? Yes. Okay. Anyway, well, let's actually make our way over here. I have a spear now, so let's try and poke these guys. Ooh, that was a nice one. Hoo-ho. Hello. Okay, I like that. I'm not used to this. Not used to such a big weapon in my hands, to be honest. I'm used to a much thicker weapon, not so much of a long, thin one. You know, it's going to be a bit difficult for us to make this work, but maybe we can actually do it. Oh, yeah, no, it's actually working. Getting a bit more skill. Bit more skill with it. There we go. Yeah, they got shields as well, which is really making things a little bit uncomfortable for us. Let's see. Nice. That was a nice hit. Nice. And I'm not too bad with spears nowadays, because I actually just did a series where I was playing with primarily polearms and having a grand old time and actually doing pretty nicely with them, learning very much about how to use it in certain situations too, and then getting absolutely murdered as a result. Wow, that was a massive double whammy right there. That was extremely well. Actually, a triple whammy, to be honest, because did you see what happened? I got hit multiple times by, what was it, crossbowmen? I think it was probably crossbowmen, because what else do they have? So crossbowmen, and then the cavalry guy came in. Let's see what my forces are able to do in an auto-delegate situation. I think we're going to be yes, we are easily going to be fine here, but we're going to lose about we're going to lose about 6 troops again. That is quite funny. We always lose about 6 troops or 7 troops or something like that. Yeah, I'm literally just going to be executing this guy right away. Boom. Berican's execution by Borgar. And there it is. He has now been executed. Yes, very nice. Okay, so let's actually see what we can get here. I'm hoping for high-level Nords. No, not really getting very many high-level Nords, unfortunately, but we're getting some Nords at least, and that's good enough, I guess. It's going to take some time for us to actually get these guys recruited, but it's going to happen in the end. Nice gloves. Very, very nice gloves right there. A Pavis shield I might actually want, because look at how big this thing is. I think that could be kind of useful. We can even use it on horseback, so that's quite nice. And indeed, we do have some leather armor here as well, which could be useful. Yep. Mr. Cow Thief can use that. Very, very nice. Do we have anything else that I can really give my people here? I mean, yeah, a handful of things, but these are such minor increases that I really don't think that most of them are really going to pay off that dramatically. Yeah, well, whatever the case, we'll just take that. Okay. It was a hard-fought battle, and among your fallen is a young, good-natured Nord youngling who kept his comrades' spirits up during hard times. Your men's faces are grim as they go out to collect the wounded of both sides. You can tell that, if they have their way, not many injured enemies will be brought back to your camp still alive as prisoners. Okay, so, let's see here. Increase reputation for being merciful, honest, generous, and decrease morale by 15. Increase reputation for being calculating, generous, and decrease morale by 5, or tell the men they can avenge their comrade as they see fit. Yeah. Tell your men they can avenge their comrade as they see fit. Yeah, RP-wise, that's absolutely fine with me. Generally, I don't really care about morale that much. I think morale is important, but it depends. It depends on how you're doing, and right now, we're doing okay. So technically, I could go with this, for example, and I could decrease my morale by 15, and that wouldn't really hurt us that much. But I think it's actually, I mean, it's war, so I think they can avenge their comrade as they see fit. I think that sounds absolutely fine. All right, so wait a second. What's this? That's Voleric over there. Okay, so we've already separated that fellow from his shoulders. So, well, his head from his shoulders, the other guy. And we are going to... Ooh, yes. Okay, wait. We have an additional party size limit increasing here, which I think I might actually take. I generally prefer Heroic Leader because plus 10% battle morale penalty to enemies when troops in your formation kill an enemy. Actually, you know what? I think 5 party size, while it's good, I don't think it's going to be as good as the battle morale penalty because morale actually has more of an impact, in my opinion, nowadays. So I think we're probably going to take that. I'm also going to put a focus point in polearms, considering I'm actually using polearms in field battles nowadays as well. It's going to be a pretty important thing to do. We're going to go for an auto-resolve against these guys, probably not take too many... Yeah, we didn't take too many losses at all. Not going to take these guys as prisoners because militia barely level up into anything good. And otherwise, we are just going to wait here. And these are both... I'm being very strategic about this. These are both the villages that produce food, right? So I'm hopeful that what we're going to be able to do is if we can fully raid both of them, we are going to fundamentally cut off any kind of food supply from the town unless they're getting them through the ocean, through convoys and things like that. And we rule the waves, don't we? Yes, we rule the waves. So what we're going to be able to do, hopefully, is basically hold position outside the town, wait for the food supplies to dwindle as much as possible, and then go in after that. And we can try to prevent the convoys from reaching it. That's pretty much the hope. Anyway, that's the hope. I'm not sure if it's even going to work that way. I don't know whether it will, but I can kind of maybe hope it will. I don't know. We'll see, I guess. Okay, there's Voleric. Okay, so we are going to be fighting him as well. I kind of like fighting on on the field of battle now because I do have that polearm and it is going to make a big difference. I'm surprised he ran away, to be honest. Okay, that's kind of surprising, to be fair. Okay, yeah. So as you can see, the food stock has actually reduced already. As you can see, he's going to immediately get onto his ship. Shall we pursue him? Yes, I think we should. He's running to the settlement back into me. Okay, well that wasn't particularly smart, but he knew. That's the funny thing. He knew that we were going to catch him. So there wasn't really much for him to do there. He kind of had to he had to make a decision of some kind. All right, so here we go. Let's do this. Okay. Yeah, this is a little bit problematic. I mean, not really that bad, but they do have some pretty significant population on one of their ships. I guess we'll just try to use our ballista as much as possible. Technically, what I could do is I could circle around them a little bit and have my ballista continue firing at them, and we could try to weaken them as much as possible. That could be a viable strategy. Ooh, nice damage right there. Nice damage. Okay, can we get some more? Yes, we can. Very, very nice indeed. Okay, what we're going to do is I'm going to get off this, and we're going to try to board. We'll try to board this one, I guess. We'll try to board both of them, I suppose. Alright, come on now. We've gotten the little bridges, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to try to get over here as best as we can. Obviously, the one thing we've got to watch out for is being surrounded. I'm actually going to tell my guys to charge in. Let's do that. Why not? We kind of need to. Oh, what? How did I fall in here? I don't know. Okay, must have been... oh, no. Am I going the wrong way? Yes, I am. Oh, dear. You know, in a real situation, this would be death right now, you know? Me being between these two ships, because the ships are going to crash between each other, and we're just going to go splat against the side. That's generally what would happen in a realistic situation, but obviously, thankfully, we don't need to worry about that too much. Okay, here we go. Let's do some damage. Wow, nice. That was a Vlandian Knight. Wow, I'm surprised we're seeing one of those guys over here. But alright, okay. That's kind of impressive. Now we can just do some damage here. Nice, nice. Yes, come on now. Keep going, Borgar. Keep going. That's what we need. We need all the kills in the world. Every single kill belong to us. You get that? Yeah, you get that. You get that reference. Okay, so otherwise we're gonna... Come on now. Are they all dead here? Ah, that fellow is here. Okay, yes. Let's kill him. Yep, that's it. All the rest are ours. Very nice. Apart from one of them. There's one guy over there. There we go. And Negrinia actually got the kill. Very nice. Okay, good work. Good work. I have no idea whether she's actually... well, I don't know whether they're actually doing anything right now. Maybe we need to wait in a town or something like that. I'm not entirely sure if that particular mechanic has been changed. But anyway, we are just going to... we're going to do the executions. Yes. We're going to do a little bit of an execution there. And we're going to see if that makes a difference. I mean, obviously, if we can eliminate the vassals that are consistently coming over here, then we can only hope that to be somewhat useful. Yeah, we are going to be leveling up these guys, I guess, and we'll try and see if we can maybe convert them. It is going to take some time for us to do that, of course, but we only have time in the world, don't we? Yes, we do. Let's do Nord Axe Warrior, I guess. Actually, we should get some of these too. There we go. Okay, so we got some reinforced gloves. Let's see. Okay, that's slightly better. What else do we have here? Slightly better. Slightly better. Is this much better than... Yeah, that's much better for him. Okay, that's good. And what about the helmet? Yeah, helmet is going to be really, really good for him. And another one of these. I'm going to be making him into... Very, very soon, I will be making him into a party. And I'm just going to let him run around and do whatever he wants to do. But at the moment, I feel like he's just not... I don't think he's going to be good enough yet, as it were. So I think we're going to be a little bit careful about it. Okay, so we actually do get the opportunity to take ships from this fellow, but I'm not going to do that yet again, just purely because I'm not going to be traveling back to anywhere right now. All I'm going to be doing is staying around this area and trying to prevent convoys from entering the town. And we're just going to try to monitor the food situation. Oh, what actually happened here? Because I executed this guy, his clan has been eliminated. Wow, that's actually kind of staggering. I did not realize that that had already happened. That was actually really, really fast. Okay, so yeah, we are basically just going to stay here. And we're gonna well, pseudo blockade it, I guess. We're not gonna do it formally or anything like that, but yeah, I guess we'll find out. And indeed, we are going to I'm not sure what to go for here. I kind of want to go for mighty blows because I personally feel like having a two-handed that can cleave is going to be super, super fun. So I'm actually going to do that, even though I am using javelins. I don't have any points in throwing weapons, so it's not really going to come in. It's not really going to come into it, I guess. Anyway, food stocks are 17 at the moment, and we have another person right there. Wait a minute. Let me actually just have a look. Yeah, Lucand. Okay. Is he gonna... He's just gonna go back onto the ocean waves through there, isn't he? Is he? If I go all the way around? Is he gonna troll me right here? Yep. Did he? Yep. No, he 100% trolled me. Did you see that? That is hilarious. And I feel like they're able to do that pretty much anytime they want. Let's actually see if I can... I can definitely catch him, I think. Yeah, 2.9. We're moving at 3.4. I mean, really, there's no way he can escape us. But we are leaving here. They might... No, they are losing food. They are losing food. So our efforts have not been in vain. So we could potentially do something pretty cool here if the food supplies go down even further. Just going to auto-resolve against this guy. Just gonna take him down. Just gonna take him down straight up. Boom. He's out of there. 100% out of there. And we could take some more of these guys. I think I will just take the bandits, even though I don't really like doing that. But they have some... Ooh, this guy has some good Nords. Why not? There we go. Alright, we're actually gaining some pretty decent prisoner conversions right now as well, which is kind of nice. And this is not a bad spear. Not a terribly bad spear, at least. I'm not going to take any of the loot here. As I said before, I'm not going to take any of the ships either, because I literally cannot sell them. There is nothing I can do about that. I could go all the way over to Caravanserai or anything like that, but I feel like that's way too much time investment. Oh, Peric is here now. Oh dear. It feels to me like I am going to have to do damage to this fellow too. As you can see, the execution has hurt your relations with 21 clans. Yes, I mean that is going to happen. But you can see here, look at that. The food stocks have decreased from 800 now to 786, and it's continuing to go down by 21, maybe every single day. I'm actually not entirely sure about that, but we are moving faster than this guy, so it is just a matter of time for us to catch him. And indeed, look at this. What we can do is continue converting people, and hopefully that's not going to make us... We are not underhanded or anything like that. So I suppose that, oh well, should we say undermanned? We are underhanded because we are executing. We're executing every single person that we can, of course. Peace to you, he says. Okay, that's actually quite funny considering. Yes, peace to you. Ah, yeah, die. Yeah, that's us. You know, he goes, ah, yes, it's peace to you, and would you like some bread? And then we go, no. Here's an axe to the face. Ooh, some nice damage with the ballista right here. Maybe we can do a little bit more. Nice. Okay. Actually, should I just breeze on by here? I could technically breeze on by. As you can see, the enemy is now thinking, "Oh, what's happening?" Yes. Yeah. They seem to be a little bit confused about that, which is actually perfectly fine for me, because generally we have a ballista, they don't. So technically, we could do even more here. We could do even more damage and weaken them significantly before even boarding them. And they do have more troops than we do, so I think it probably makes sense for us to be a little bit more, shall we say, choosy about how we decide to attack them. You know, we don't need to rush when it comes to that. And indeed, we could do some pretty cool things as a result. Maybe my person that's actually doing the controlling of the ballista, maybe they're actually going to do something somewhat nicely here. I mean, obviously, this ship is absolutely insane. The one that we're using right now is so heavy, it's very, very difficult to make that work. Especially as you can see what's happening right now. I could put the sails down. Yeah, let's put the sails down real quick. And that's going to speed us up dramatically already. Unfortunately... Oh dear. Yeah, this is a bit of a problem, isn't it? Yeah, this is a bit of an issue. I'm gonna literally just have to stand here, unfortunately, and I'm just gonna raise the sails again because it's gonna make no difference whatsoever. But yeah, we're gonna have to just stay here instead of going around in a circle, because as you can quite clearly tell, that doesn't seem to have really paid off that much, which is kind of unfortunate, really. Nice, good damage, good damage. Okay, that's what we like to see. Now, I am going to try, if I can, to board this small vessel here. That's what we're going to try to do, at least initially. And can I move this around a little bit more? No, it's stuck around here. Okay, that's kind of unfortunate. Would be nice if we could move it a little bit more there, but no, that's not going to work. But we can now try to get on here. I feel like getting some archers would actually make a pretty big difference to our success in boarding actions as well. Can I... Oh yeah, I did make it! Wow. Okay, I'm actually surprised. Thought to myself I wasn't going to make that for a second. Okay, nice. Whoa, we even destroyed his shield. Okay, nice. We are doing 15% more damage while we are on enemy ships, by the way, so that's obviously the reason why I really want to get stuck in there as much as possible. I never really want to play super defensively, but playing defensively does have its own caveats, does have its own benefits and things like that. I'm actually going to jump off here, because otherwise I'm just going to get killed. I don't really want to have that happen. I do want to reach 250, though, because that is going to give us prestige. If I can get to 250... that means an additional 15 party size, and we are going to be in an even better situation. As you can see, the opponent has actually now decided to have a bit of a bit of a connective thing going on here. So they're actually deciding to be very careful about how they're doing this. Can I? Oh no! Oh no! They moved away. It moved away as I was deciding to jump there. That's quite funny. Okay, here we go. Okay, this is gonna be problematic. Whoa, nice, Valandian Knight. Okay, can I jump? Cannot jump. Can't jump from here. Can't jump from here. Can we actually charge? I think we're already charging, aren't we? Yes, nice. Okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just jump off. There you go. I'm just gonna literally jump off. I actually didn't want to do that. What I ideally wanted to do was go to the front where everyone was fighting and just come in from the back, but that didn't seem to really work out too well for me. So unfortunately, I had to be a bit cowardly, which I don't really like doing. I would rather, I don't know. Sometimes it depends. Sometimes I'd rather have a good, couple of kills and then dying than literally running away and then dying. You know what I mean? Like just standing your ground and then, standing your ground and then dying, or running away, living for another 2 minutes or so, and then dying without getting any kills. I don't know what's better, you see, that's the thing. Because I'd personally like to get the experience. As you can see, we've leveled up once again, which is really nice. And indeed, look at that, we've only lost 2 troops, which is absolutely fantastic. Do we have any more enemies? No. There are no more enemies around here, and we have absolutely destroyed him. There you go, that's it. Wow. Okay, I am super pleased about that. And we ended up losing, what, 1 shield companion and 1 berserker. That's absolutely nothing. And we also got 16 renown. That is something we always have to remember. We are getting renown. We are getting persistent bonuses. Every single time we win, we're getting some kind of bonus that is going to help us to achieve victory in the future. It's really making a big difference. Okay, so we can now level this guy into freebooter. Get spear warriors, I guess. We can't level the forest bandits or anything like that, but that's absolutely fine. Forest bandits level up into Battanian Fian champions, by the way, which is actually very good. Let's get this horse armor as well. The horse armor is definitely going to make a big difference to us. Let's see if this particular chest armor can go to anyone. Yeah, it can go to Katila. I think she's probably going to be pretty happy with that. And she also has a new helmet there as well. Very good. Ooh, there's a nice axe. Okay, give her a nice new axe right there. And I think we're probably going to be fine. I don't think there's going to be anything else here. Yeah, we can give that, I guess. Is there anything else here? No. Okay. Yeah, we'll just take the rest here. I'm going to take all the loot this time. I think we might be going to a town. I think I might go to a town. We'll just take all the ships this time. And we'll see if we can offload all of that, because as you can see, we did chase him a little bit. And so we are pretty much halfway in between, kind of halfway in between Kerbanseth and indeed Valvik as well. So, yeah, I have no idea how to say that. So anyway, what we're going to do is, what do I want to do? I could go for leadership again to try to get to famous commander faster. Also, leader of the masses is probably going to be extremely impactful for us as time goes on. So I think I will actually do that. Every single time we level up troops, we're gaining leadership skill. And it is definitely going to happen more and more often as we go forward here. And now, the thing is, what we can do is, if we are really smart about things, we're going to be returning to the village. As you can see, it is still raided. You can see that from the graphic on the map. It's still raided. It hasn't recovered, which means that the town is only being supplied by convoys. And if we're lucky, there won't be too many convoys carrying food. Most of the time, these convoys are going to be carrying trade goods of other kinds. But obviously they will have some food, I suppose. So it is going to be a little bit problematic with us there. But we can just cross our fingers and hope that there won't be that much food being supplied there by the time we get back, by the time we get back. So anyway, let's take a look and see what we can do here. Obviously, I'm going to be selling basically everything that I can. Whoa, 25,000! He had a round ship! Look at this! He literally had a round ship. This is insane. This is actually slightly even. It might even be as I mean, it's not as heavy as what we currently have, obviously, but it is almost there. We have 270,000. This is 190,000, and you can see here, heavier ships are harder to accelerate, but handle rough seas better and deliver more devastating ramming attacks. That's obviously what it says. Okay, so I am actually going to get rid of this, even though it is very, very cool. But yeah, I'm going to get rid of it just purely because I don't need it. And I need the money, you know, the money's going to be super, super nice for us. And I might actually upgrade this. Can I upgrade this a little bit? Yeah, I can actually upgrade this. Let's increase the, I don't actually know, the cargo capacity, I guess. The cargo capacity is going to be the way to go here. Let's go for travel speed a little bit more. And you can change the sail. No, we can't change the sail here at all or anything like that, but that's absolutely fine. There we go. Okay, so we're just going to trade as well. Obviously, we do want to get rid of pretty much every single thing we have here. Look at how much cash I'm making. This is roguery skill in action. And I didn't even take all of the stuff. That is the funniest thing about this. And look at this. I can literally just do this right now, and I'm not even going to be able to offload every single piece of loot. Roguery skill is just way too good. That's the reason why I was saying to you, let's do these bandit hideouts, right? Let's do these bandit hideouts. Let's go and sneak and so on and so forth, because this is the kind of thing that you can do with roguery skill. It's so, so good. Okay, yeah, we'll just get rid of all of that. And I do have loads of food, but there's no... Wait. Let's actually see here. Yeah. I was kind of hoping that maybe they would have some really, really good armor here. But you can see very clearly that they do not. They are not as good as you'd expect. So we're going to have to just move on from here, unfortunately. And indeed, we are maybe... I kind of want to go back to Nord territory and see if I could buy some better armor, but I kind of doubt we're going to get better armor there. So I think what we're going to do is we're just going to make our way back over to the town, see what it's like in regards to food supplies, see if we need to raid the villages again or anything like that. I feel like we're probably just going to have to deal with the fact that these villages will now hate us forever, basically, unless we try to do a huge amount of tasks for them or something. Okay, look at this. Look at what we have on our hands here. We have 347 renown out of 350. That's what we get for doing all these vassal battles, I guess. We're also going to be raiding the village once again. Nice little auto-resolve straight away there. And level ups. And indeed, clan tier level up too immediately. So that is so, so nice. That means, oh yeah, you know what that means. That means that we are now in a situation where we can field even more troops. That just makes me hope that the various prisoners that we have are going to be converted relatively fast. I mean, we have 44 of them. Hopefully it's going to happen sooner rather than later. I think there is actually a... Isn't there a perk in leadership? Yeah, I already did that, as you can see. Plus 50% recruitment rate of tier 4 plus prisoners. We could also take loyalty and honor as well, which technically increase by 30%, which would be 80% increase if you're recruiting tier 4 plus prisoners. So that is a very, very nice combination, especially considering you don't even need that much skill to make that work. But obviously it's tier 4 plus prisoners, and I don't have many tier 4 plus prisoners, so maybe I should have gone for the other one. Maybe that would have been a better idea, but yeah. Anyway, we're just going to raid this, obviously, as I said. As you can see, the food stocks are going up slightly. They have +3 now, but that's okay, because we're just raiding this again, just to try to make sure that they don't have anything going on here. As you see, my companion does not like this one bit, and she may, in fact, end up leaving as a result of this, which would be very bad. That would be extremely, extremely bad. Oh, hello. Who are you? Who are you? Arthurmund. Arthurmund, are you okay? Ah, I see. I see what you're doing. I see your game. He's trying to run interference for us, or shall we say for them. Yeah, this is going to be a little bit problematic for us, potentially. Is that his ship right there? That is his ship right there. Wait a minute, they do use the same... They do use the same system. I did not see that ship there beforehand. Okay, that's kind of interesting. All right. Okay. Well, let's see what he decides to do. I'm not seeing his ship now, and he just magically got on there. And then he... Is he trolling me right now? This guy is 100% trolling me, isn't he? Did you see that? Literally, as soon as I go to attack him, he's like, oh yes, I'm going to go into the town. I will go into the town, and you cannot stop me. Yeah, that does tend to happen quite often. As you can see, he's trolling me right now. Look at this. He is 100% trolling me because as soon as I go close to him, he's going to go into the town. I'm just going to leave him. I'm just going to leave him right now because we have to do a little bit of something with the fish village over here. So I need to go and raid it. Otherwise, we're going to have some issues. Because everywhere else, as you could see, does not have any food generation whatsoever. So these are the only places that we can really do this. And so we are just going to do this once more. And we are getting more people. Converted, or at least we will be getting more people converted. Let's hope that we're going to be done with the raiding relatively quickly. This is what's so funny as well, because I've actually already taken roguery skill, the roguery skill perk that increases your raid speed by 5%. Obviously, 5% is basically nothing, so it doesn't really help you that much, but I was kind of hoping that it would help us a little bit, and I guess it is to a certain degree, but look at how long we're having to wait here. It's very, very harsh, because imagine a very, very large vassal comes out of nowhere and decides that they want to, wear your face as a trophy. I mean, that could very well be the case. I mean, that might happen. Arthurmund is there. You could see he's trolling me again. 100%. He thinks he's faster than us, and I think he would be correct. I don't have that many horses. That's the problem, you see. Is he actually faster than us? I think he is actually faster than us. He made a huge mistake, though. Did you see that? Why did he do that? Okay. Very interesting. Okay, I'm kind of surprised. I would have expected him to be really on the ball here, but this gives me an opportunity to use my spear, which I'm very, very pleased about. I actually really like using spears now for some reason. I guess, as I said before, earlier in the episode, it must, in fact, be the the fact that I had a series where I was basically just using spears, and I've grown to like them. Yes, because sometimes I'm really, really terrible with them, and then it kind of puts me off. And then other times I really, really enjoy them, and, well, this is what happens. And we actually get pretty nice kills with them and stuff like that, so it really makes a big difference. There we go. Boom. That guy's dead instantaneously. And now I'm getting shot to pieces because crossbowmen are not overpowered at all. No, I'm obviously joking. They're not overpowered at all, but, they're very, very accurate. And they're very good at what they do. Yeah, we're gonna die here unless I jump through my forces, I think. There we go. All right. Nice, nice, nice. We can just be a little bit careful on that. Do some nice little damage here and here. Nice. Ooh. Could have killed him. Could have killed him. I didn't actually realize he was going to slow down so dramatically, but yeah. I definitely could have killed him there. Now we just have to be a little bit careful. Nice. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Nice. And another one. And can we do another one? Yeah, that's the enemy lord, I think. Nice. Oh, Nord Peasant? I'm sorry, Nord Peasant. I don't mean to kill you. But, yes, there you go. I guess that's what's going to happen. I'm going to tell my forces to charge in now because we are way too close to the enemy archers to say no. I mean, look, the archers are out of position right here. They're not even bothering to kind of stand in a place that is fortified. Oh, hello. Okay, that was harsh. That was a little bit dicey. Yeah, not going to work. Ooh, nice. Kill that sergeant. Yeah, so this is the kind of thing I'm talking about here. Literally being able to just run through these guys and immediately kill them. Look at that. Very, very nice. Only 22 damage to the Banner Knight, but still was enough to get the kill. Which is, I gotta say, very nice. Claiming any kind of strike like that and being able to eliminate such a high-level troop, that is going to do more than pretty much any other contribution I could make. And that's the funny thing. If you think about it in those terms, it's kind of like turn-based RPGs in a way, where if you're fighting against two enemies and you've got one enemy that is powering up very, very slowly and over time, you obviously want to try and tackle that one instead of the one that is not powering up but is more powerful at the beginning, if you understand what I mean. Maybe I'm not explaining it correctly, but whatever the case, there we go. Oh, the Lord just got absolutely murdered by us. That's very embarrassing. And there you go. I believe that is indeed a victory for us as well. Yep, there it is. We lost no one. We lost no one. No wonder Arthurmund did not want to fight us, and I am indeed going to be executing. There we go. We would get money, of course, for ransoming them and stuff like that, but I'm not interested. No, I'm not interested in that. Thank you very much. Let's actually get some archers. Even though Nords are not really known for being very good archers, I feel like if we had some when we are doing naval battles, I feel like that could make a big difference. I almost missed out on taking those Nords. All right, so we do have a male shirt. Might actually be somewhat good. Yeah. Yeah, actually kind of decent. Let's give it to Ivka. I actually feel like she's going to leave soon. So I'm a little bit worried about that, to be honest. Because we are raiding villages almost all the time. So I'm almost 100% certain she's probably going to be leaving kind of maybe in the next few days. I kind of hope she won't. I really hope she won't, but it's very likely that she will, just because I haven't really been listening to her in regards to her wishes, and it's very likely she will. Okay, here we go. I've now gained the deceitful trait. Yes, we are now deceitful. Indeed, we cannot be trusted, even though, to be fair, I am actually only killing enemies. I'm not actually slaughtering villagers either, really, that much, am I? Am I slaughtering villagers? Not really. I mean, kind of, actually. Never mind. I'm actually raiding things. So I guess it does make sense that I am deceitful here, in this case. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to enter... going to enter the city. Oh! They're actually going in. Wow. That's very unlikely. Usually, a garrison is going to wait until a vassal is nearby for them to do anything like this. That's very surprising. Okay, so let's see what we can do here. I guess Rylan will go on here. He can be the captain of the archers. And, I actually have some archers now, so that's interesting. Anyway, we have 300 enemies. Oh, dear. I have a bad feeling about this. Ooh, nice immediate kill there on that Vlandian champion. We need to kill their cavalry. That is who we need to kill. That is the only chance we have. If I... Please. Don't take too much damage, please. Don't take too much damage. That's all I'm asking. Okay. Borgar, please. Don't be an idiot. Okay. Don't be an idiot and get murdered. The funny thing is about the AI, they generally think that they have the superior timing. So if you're a little bit better, just a smaller bit better, you know, even 1% better than they are in regards to timing, you're going to have a great time. And you will be able to beat them most of the time off the bat here. And if you can beat them off as hard and as fast as possible and not take a load in the face, you'll actually win. You'll do absolutely perfectly there. So yeah, that's kind of the deal. Unfortunately, some of the time they do bring a lot of protection, so you may in fact not be able to unload on their faces either. So it's very much dependent on what kind of equipment they have. You know, because even if you have a really big weapon, it's probable that unless you know how to use it appropriately, it's not really going to do much. Anyway, point is, let's just try and eliminate as many of their cavalry as possible. Let's actually put these guys... Wait. No, I don't want them to follow me. I just want them to go into a shield wall. Actually, let's put them into a square. I think a square is probably going to be slightly more impactful here. Nice damage. Okay, come on now. Yeah. This is actually really good. Okay, they have sent their cavalry in first, which is awful for them. This is really bad for them, actually. This is actually terrible for them. The more that they can send their cavalry in, the more that we can kill them, and the more that we gain morale. Because look at the amount of morale that is currently being done here. Look at the damage. You see that morale damage? Obviously, only showed it for like 2 seconds, but hopefully you saw it a little bit, because I kind of didn't. Yeah, I kind of didn't. Okay, let me actually just see it. Yeah, nice. There we go. There's another one. And if we can just kill these guys, that's all we really need to do. It's actually hilarious. We might... Gonna have to tell these guys to charge. Tell the infantry to charge. Go, guys. Go. Oh, dear. Ah, this is bad. Don't go charging through the archers. Oh dear. Oh, yep. That's what I thought. All right. Gonna have to retreat. Gonna have to retreat here, and we're gonna have to try to get away. Unfortunately, this is definitely gonna be kind of unfortunate. Actually, very fortunately though, Agrinia, as you can see, has 167 in tactics, which is absolutely perfect. We are going to be losing a handful of people, which is not entirely bad. And Ryland's annoyed because we actually ran away from a fight. But I mean, would you rather have been taken prisoner, sir? Yeah. Anyway, we're going to be getting a hard knock here because look at this: +3 hit points to infantry in your party. This is all designed to be absolutely creating some of the most dangerous infantry that you'll ever see. This is all designed to do that. I'm actually thinking right now that I might want to spec into medicine skill. Can I get medicine skill leveled up really, really quickly? Probably not, right? I don't want to rely on someone else to do medicine skill. I should have done this way ages ago. Oh well, never mind. Okay, never mind. We can't really do much about that. I'm going to be increasing my polearm skill even further because we are probably going to be using that quite a great deal when we enter into these field battles and everything. But yeah, as you could see, we actually... it's rebelling! Oh, it's rebelling. Oh, this is so bad for... Oh, this is so bad for a variety of reasons. This is so bad. Oh, it's actually good. Don't get me wrong. It's actually really good. But it's also really bad because on the one hand, it would be absolutely fantastic if it rebels. But on the other hand, it would be very bad because I've done all this work and I'm probably not going to be able to benefit from it. Because what's going to happen is if it rebels, it's going to draw every single Vlandian vassal within 2 billion miles over here, and they're probably going to take it back and then resupply it with huge amounts of food and everything that they need. So it's going to be extremely difficult for us to really do much here. But I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see what happens, and I'm very much looking forward to seeing what happens because I'm absolutely loving the new DLC. And yeah, we've now look at this. Look at our party size. Our party size is absolutely crazy now. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go away. I'm going to try to recruit as many people as possible. I have 56 Huskars. I literally have 56 Huskars. So generally, we're looking pretty good in regards to our troops, but we're losing on numbers. We're losing on numbers, and obviously, I did get killed by the archers in that field battle. Not sure how it would have gone if I had survived. I'm not sure. Would I have survived? Maybe. Maybe we would have won. Maybe we would have won that if I hadn't died. I don't know. Anyway, I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.